How to trick your brain to like doing hard things. The difference between successful and average people is that successful people get things done, even when they don't feel like it. They're able to hack into their minds so that they control their own emotions, not the other way around. In order to trick your mind, you need to put yourself into the ways, so that the brain becomes attentive, think of other choices and actually form a desire to undertake the task. 1. Set up micro goals. If you compare, watching an entertaining video for 1 hour looks effortless than using the same number of hours for working. It may be unusual to feel demotivated or discouraged when facing a huge task like meeting a job deadline, proposing a project, or doing an essay. It is true if you have quick access to gratification. The good thing is you can hack your system for working in your favor. You may split your tasks into smaller chunks, so you will not quickly feel tired of doing them. By creating a system where your brain expects a reward as a result of completing an important goal, the dopamine gets you to feel motivated to complete the task. Moreover, once you accomplish the task and get your reward, your brain learns to expect a reward after every task or micro goal you accomplish. Compare the feeling of ordering in a pizza after, say, 2 hours of working on an important project. Your brain predicts how much you will enjoy that pizza afterward, compared to ordering a pizza and eating it while your work sits untouched, fueling your stress and reducing your enjoyment. 2. Focus on the positive instead of the negative. Ever have one tiny thing ruin your entire day? That's your brain tricking you again. Our brains like to focus on the negative. It can even convince you that you hate something you like. Don't let it ruin your day. Remember that one small issue or false start does not make the whole. Make your brain store the positive memories instead of that negative one, and you'll remember it more fondly. Though sometimes, negative thinking isn't such a bad thing. 3. Don't put in that overtime. More hours do not always equal more results. Far from it, in fact, when you're dealing with the brain. Because there's definitely a point of diminishing returns with quality cerebral output. Constantly moving forward to tackle all the things you meant to do earlier can create a demoralizing cycle that robs life from you with little reward. So if it's getting late and you still haven't finished what you wanted, sign off for the day and try to do better next time. At some point, just beating your head against the computer more will not make anything better come out of it. 4. Listen to music to trick your brain to do hard things. There is a substantial body of literature establishing the magical effects music can have on your learning, concentration, and productivity. Listening to specific types of music, particularly melodic instrumentals, can significantly increase your dopamine levels and keep you motivated as you work, exercise, learn, and so on. A study conducted by McGill University discovered an increase of 9% in dopamine levels when people listened to instrumentals that gave them chills. Sometimes music may be distracting. Listening to certain kind of music can affect your workflow instead of helping you tackle your work. So it's very important to find the genre of music that helps you work smoothly. Experts always recommend listening music without lyrics. It never distracts you. You'll be surprised by how much more uplifted and subsequently motivated you will feel as you work, thanks to all that dopamine. 5. Create deadlines for your projects. A deadline is a powerful way to get a lot more work done in a less time. And many remote workers find it's the only way to keep moving. If you went to college, you probably remember how Parkinson's law dictated your life. Professors would give you way too much time to finish things, thinking it was all you could take. But you'd wait all month and get it done in 1 or 2 nerve-wracked days. They would have served you better by teaching you and your brain the focusing power of a tight deadline. Don't just have a project deadline either. Break projects down into small, manageable chunks and set artificial deadlines throughout. Put them right on the edge of your comfort zone to find out what you can really do. Some people just function at their best by forcing themselves to stop the brainstorming and jump into the doing. And finishing early leaves an emergency cushion in case you need to make big changes before the actual due date. 6. Use mindfulness to trick your brain to do hard things. Excessive dopamine levels can spiral into addictive behaviors because the brain adapts to these high levels and craves them. Social media, gaming, and gambling addictions are behaviors that can result from irregular dopamine levels. This is why mindfulness is necessary to maintain the type of healthy dopamine system Professor Hillman's outlined. While spending several hours on the internet may seem harmless, excessive indulgence of these behaviors can potentially create long-term addictive behaviors. These make it even more challenging to do things you need to do. Neuroscience researchers recommend consciously abstaining from behaviors that can snowball into these kinds of habits. Limiting time spent online can help reduce the temptation to indulge too much in the limitless expanses of the internet. It also helps reset the brain's reward expectation system, so you are better able to resist the urge to check every social media notification the moment you get them. In fact, the best way to accomplish a good balance of mindfulness is to build these moments into your daily work and home routine. Set an internet cutoff point for yourself during the day when you switch your notifications off and don't check anything online. Have specific days and hours set aside for your gaming and Netflix and other potentially more rewarding activities. By allotting a specific amount of time to your indulgences, you can limit them, as well as create a healthy dopamine-fueled reward system. Unplugging helps you be more mindful of your environment and self, and reduces your craving for potentially addictive behaviors, making it easier to perform activities you previously considered hard. 7. Hold yourself to a rigid work schedule. Just because you can make your own hours doesn't mean you shouldn't have set hours to work by. Keeping a strict schedule leaves you with a lot less choices to contend with and potentially pull you off track. It also conditions your routine-loving brain to gear up for work at the same time every day. Clock in every morning at a specific hour, put in your time, and then clock out. You don't necessarily have to work in 8-hour blocks though. Once you get productive at home, you may find a lack of office distraction means doing more with less time. You could also break your day in two. For example, get up in the morning and put in your 5 good hours between 8 a.m. and 1 p.m. Take some hours off to enjoy the day. And then finish your remaining hours in the afternoon or early evening. Figure out the best schedule for you, but then stick with it most days. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel. If you find this video useful, please share with your friends and family. Write your feedback on comment section. It will improve us to create more videos like these. Thank you for watching.